Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to the channel Mathematics by Lare Panjwani. So today class topic is indices. Basically indices is a plural form of index that we represent, we can say that which represent the exponent or power to any number or variable. So for example, the first you need to understand the basic concept. For example, we have a number 3 and we have 5 and we have a variable a and we have a number 2. So remember that this bigger number is known as base. This is basically a base, and the smaller number on the top of the number is considered as a power or exponent. Okay, same with this, a is considered as base and this is considered as power or exponent. Okay, so now first we need to understand the rule of indices, and then we solve the past paper question, recent past paper question. So now starting with the rules of indices. So rule number 1. So rule number 1 says that, for example, a raised to the power m multiply by a raised to the power n. So rule number 1 says that if two number or variable are multiplying with same base, you can see that these both have same bases. So when two numbers or variable multiplying and their bases are same, then their power will be add on. So if I take example, for example 3 raised to the power 2 multiply by 3 raised to the power 3, you can see both have a same basis, so power will be add on. So final answer 3 raised to the power 5 will be the final answer. This is the rule number 1. I hope everything is clear in rule number 1. There is no confusion in this. Now moving towards the rule number 2. Rule number 2 says that if two numbers with same basis are dividing, a raised to the power m divided by a raised to the power n, then when they are multiplying with same basis, the power will be add. When they are dividing with the same basis, then their power will be subtract. For example, the question is 5 raised to the power 3 divided by 5 raised to the power 2. Then simply the both have a same basis, so you have to subtract the power. So 5 raised to the power 1 will be the final answer. Okay, so I hope everything is clear in this part. Now rule number 3. Now what will happen if both the bases are different? Then now we need to see this. Now you can see a raised to the power m multiply by b raised to the power n. When the bases are different, then when the bases are different, there will be no change in this. For example, if I have a question, we cannot do anything. If I have a question 2 raised to the power 2 multiply by 3 raised to the power 3, then there will be no rule for that. You can just need to simplify this. 2 raised to the power 2 will be 4 and 3 raised to the cube will be 27. Then you have to multiply these two number and you will get the answer 101. Okay, this is a basic rule when the bases are not same and they are multiplying. Now we have another rule. When the bases are different but the power are same, then what will happen? Listen to me carefully. Bases are different but the power are same, so I can write like this: a b whole power m. For example, 2 raised to the power 3 multiply by 3 raised to the power 3, so I can write like this: 2 multiply by 3 raised to the power 3. So 2 3s are what we have, 2 3s are 6 and 6 cube is 216. Okay, so 6 cube is 216. Now we can check this question as well by solving without applying this rule. 2 cube is 8 and 3 cube is 27. Okay, so when you use a calculator or without calculator, 8 multiplied by 27 will be 216. Okay, so the rules, so I am just verifying you that the rules are, when you apply the rule or without, you will get the answer same. but it will help when we use indices with algebra. Okay, now I hope everything is clear in this. Now rule number 5, a raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. That's a very important rule. Remember that any variable or any number with power 0 will always equal to 1. You have to remember that. It doesn't matter how big the number is. Okay? Any number or variable have a power 0 will be equal to 1. Remember that. It will be equal to 1. That's a rule number 5. Now, rule number 6. If we have a raised to the power m and in bracket we have another power. So these two power to power, you can say a raised to the power m and we have another power at the bracket. So these two power will be multiplied. So it will become a m multiplied by n. Okay, for example, 2 raised to the power 3 and we have power 4. So these two power will be multiplied. So it will become 2 raised to the power 12. So 2 power 12 is the final answer. Okay, I hope everything is clear. Now rule number 7, 1 raised to the power m is always equal to 1. 1 raised to power m mean you can put any power on 1, it will always give you answer 1. Okay, so 1 raised to the power m is equal to 1. Now we have another rule. For example, if variable, you can take a raised to the power negative 2. Now always remember that when the power is negative, and always remember you have to make a power in positive form to solve the question. Okay, if the power is negative, so the first step you need to do is to convert negative power into positive. Now you can see a raised to the power negative 2. Now how to change the power sign? Now listen to me carefully. What you need to do, just reciprocal the base. When you reciprocal the base, the power automatically will become the positive. As you see, the question is a raised to the power negative 2. When I reciprocal it 1 upon a, so the power will become positive. Okay, for example, if it is written like this, 1 upon a raised to the power negative 3. So as I told you how to change the power sign, just reciprocal it. So I will reciprocal it, it will become a raised to the power positive 3, and you don't need to write 1 in the denominator. So a raised to the power 3 will be the answer, correct answer. So I hope everything is clear in this. Now we need to understand some more thing that is very important. For example, if it is root a, so you can see, so first you need to understand some basic concept of root. For example, I will explain you some basic concept of root. So basically this root in mathematics called radical. The element or number inside the root is called radicand, and this is called index. So this is a basic concept of root. Now what we need to understand in this question, in rule number 9, for example, if written root a, as you see there is no index. As I show you, this n is representing the index, and in the rule number 9 you can see there is no index. When there is no index, this means that will be the square root. So this is a square root. When there is no index, so that is that's radical will known as square root. So when I remove this square root, it will give me the power 1 upon 2. Okay, now if I write like this, and I will write index 3, so now it will become cube root. Now this is cube root. Now I will remove the root, it will give me 1 upon 3. When there is no index, you have to write 1 upon 2 to remove the root. When there is index, then you have to write that index value. This is 3 written on the index, so I will write 1 upon 3. If it's 4 written on the index, I will write 1 upon 4. So I hope everything is clear in this concept. That's a very basic concept you have to know. So these are the concept and these are the rules of indices that you must know. Now we will do some example questions and then we move toward the past paper question. Okay. The question is evaluate the question is 27 power 1 upon 3. Now we need to simplify this question. The power is 1 upon 3. We can say that it's a cube root, but we need to simplify or evaluate this question and find out the simplified value. So how we can solve this question? Now listen to me carefully. Right now in denominator we have 3. You can see that in denominator we have 3. So what you need to do, you have to try to break 27 as a cube of any number. So as I told you in the previous video that you must know the cube and the square till 1 till 15, sorry. You have to know the squares and the cube 1 till 15 at least. Okay, if you don't know, you have to learn these squares and cube. It will help you in paper 1 for the O level and paper 2 for the IGCSE. Now what we have to do, now 27, I have to break 27 in a cube of any number. So if you know the cubes and the square, then these questions are very easy for you. 27 basically a cube of 3. So I will write 3 power 3 and I have 1 upon 3. So what happened? This is cancel out. So the final answer will become 3. That's it. So what's the trick in this question is that denominator I have 3. So I try to break the number into the power of cube and then I cancel out. So 3 will be the final answer. Now one more question. 9 raised to the power 3 upon 2. This is the question. Now again see the denominator. In denominator I have 2. So I will try to break 9 in a square of any number. Okay. So we know that 9 is a square of 3. So I will write like this, 3 square and 3 upon 2. Always try to cut down the denominator power. So this 2 will be cancelled out. We will 3 raised to the power 3. Now 3 raised to the power 3 is 27. So the final answer is 27. So I hope everything is clear in this question. There is no confusion. We will do one more part and then we will move towards the past paper question. For example, the question is 64 upon 25 power 1 upon 2. This is a question. Now remember that when there is a whole power, this means that this power 1 upon 2 will be goes to the each and every element present in the bracket. So I can write like this, 64 power 1 upon 2 and 25 power 1 upon 2. Okay. Now 64 is basically a square of 8, so I will write 8 square 1 upon 2, and 25 is a square of 5, so I will write 5 square 1 upon 2. So now these two will be cancelled out, so 8 upon 5 will be the final answer. So I hope everything is clear in this concept and the rules of indices. Okay, you will get this file from the description. Now we will start the past paper question, and as I told you in the previous videos as well, if you have any question related to any topic and you are facing difficulty to solve that question or any issue, not understanding the basic concept of any topic, so you just need to mail me that question, the picture of that question, and write your name. Then inshallah I will make a separate video for that question, and inshallah I will remail you about the video and I will tag you as well. So now we are moving toward the past paper. So starting with the first question, and I forgot 1 and 2 rule related to indices. I will cover that rule in this question. So question number 1 is work out the value of a and the value of n. Now we need to find out the value of a and value of n. So how we can find out the value of a and n using this? So there is a one rule that I forget. There are 1-2 basics things that I forgot to tell you in the rules of indices. So first is that if a raised to the power m and a raised to the power n and there is an equal to sign between them, So always remember that the answer will be m is equal to n. If the bases are same, then it will be cancelled out and the power will be the final answer. M is equal to n will be the final answer. Now what we have to do in this question, now listen to me very carefully. The question is very simple, just need to understand the basic concept. Now first I have a power 2 upon 3 on bracket. As I told you, when there is a power on bracket, then the power will goes to each and every element that is present in the bracket. So in the bracket we have a and x raised to the power n. So 2 upon 3 will be given to a raised to the power 2 upon 3 and x raised to the power 2 n, because n is multiplying. As I told you, power to power multiply. 2n divided by 3 is equal to 4 x raised to the power 10. Okay, I hope first step is clear. I will repeating again the first step. You can see that in first step the power in bracket we have a power 2 upon 3. So 2 upon 3 is a power on the bracket, so it will goes to a and x raised to the power n. So a raised to the power 2 upon 3 and this n will be multiplied with this 2 upon 3, so it will become 2n upon 3. So now the question is a raised to the power 2 upon 3 dot this being multiplied x raised to the power 2n upon 3 is equal to 4x raised to the power 10. So what and how we can solve this question? So we need to find out the values of a and n. So now as I told you, the rule is that if the bases are same, then their power will be the answer. So we will compare this value. Right now what we will do, we will compare this with this. So a raised to the power 2 upon 3 will be equal to 4, and as you see bases are same. As you see bases are same. What I will tell you the rule, when the bases are same, the bases will be cancelled out and the power will become the base. The power is 2n upon 3 equal to 10. So I hope you understand this step what I did. Okay, so now listen to me carefully. Now I have to find out the value of a, but right now a has a power 2 upon 3. So I will shift this power to other side. When you shift the power to other side and there is equal to sign, so what will happen? The power will be reciprocal. It will become 3 upon 2. So this is another, you can say, rule of indices or rule of power. You have to remember that. These are 1-2 rules that I forget to taught you in starting. So when you move the power to another side and there is equal to sign, the power will be reciprocal. Okay, so now the power is reciprocal. Now we need to simplify. As I know, the in denominator I have 2, so I will break 4 as 2 square and it's 3 upon 2. 2 will be cancelled out. 2 will be cancelled out. Now I have a is equal to 2 raised to the power 3. 2 cube is 8. So the value of a is 8. Now coming back to the next thing that we need to find out n. So how to find n? As I told you, both have a same basis, so their bases has been cancelled out and power become the base. So 2n is divided by 3 is equal to 10. 3 will goes to this side and multiply. 3 multiplied by 10 will become 30 and 2 will be divided. So 30 divided by 2 will be 15. So I hope everything is clear in this question. Now remember the 2 rules that I forget in the starting of the video. First is when the bases are same and there is equal to sign, the bases will be cancelled out and power will become base. And the second thing, if you want to shift the power to another side, equal to another side, then power will be reciprocal. Okay, I hope everything is clear in this question. Now another question we have. Now the question is, you can simplify. We need to simplify this, and we know the rule of indices. When the two same bases are multiplying, their power will be add. This is the rule number 1 I told you. Now in denominator I have t raised to the power 10. So it will become t raised to the power 7 divided by t raised to the power 10. Now rule number 2. When same bases value are dividing, their power will be subtract. So t raised to the 7 minus 10. So t raised to the power negative 3. As I told you, never write your answer in negative power. So now I have to make the power positive. So how to make a power positive? Reciprocal it. So it will become 1 upon t cube. So this will be your final answer. I hope everything is clear in this question. There is no confusion. Now part number B. When I remove the root it will give me 1 upon 2. As I told you, when there is no index, it will be square root, and when we remove the root, it will give 1 upon 2. Now there is already 2 available, so I will write 2 here as well. So now this 2 will be cancelled out, so final answer will be 6. So I hope everything is clear in this. There is no confusion in this question as well. Now moving towards the next question. Now the power, we have a whole power on a bracket, that is 3 upon 4. So I have to share this power to the variable or the number available inside the bracket. So 16 will get 3 upon 4, and 820 will also get 3 upon 4. Now you can see in denominator I have 4. Now listen to me very carefully. Now in denominator I have 4, so I have to break 16 into the power of 4. So 2 raised to power 4 is 16. 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16. 2 raised to the power 4 means you have to multiply 2 4 times. So I will write 2 raised to the power 4, 3 upon 4, because our main motive is to cancel out the denominator power. Okay, the power in power we have a denominator number, we have to cancel out that number. Now we cannot break a, because a, we have no square and cube of a. So what I can do in this question, I can cancel out 4 1s the 4 5s the. Okay, now I have a raised to the power 5 and 3. Now what will be the next step? Now you can see I will cancel out this. I will remain with 2 raised to the power 3, and there is power to power, so power will multiply 5 3 the 15. So you can see that we have in the just in the third and fourth question, and you can see that all the rules are applying in that question almost. So you have to be very careful, and you have to remember all the rules of indices. Now 2 raised to the power 3 will be 8, so 8 a raised to the power 15 will be the final answer. Okay, so I hope everything is clear in this. Now next part. Now in this question you can see that the power is negative 1 upon 3, and I told you you have to convert the power into positive, then solve the question. Now I have to reciprocal it, so it will become 1 upon 125 power 1 upon 3. Remember that the base will be reciprocal, not the power. Most of the student did the mistake that they reciprocal the power. So remember that base will be reciprocal it, and the power, only a sign of power will be changed, nothing else will be changed with the power. So now you can see in denominator I have 1 upon 125 power 1 upon 3. So now I have to simplify this. So 5 cube is 125, so I will write 5 cube 1 upon 3. 3 will be cancelled out, so the final answer is 1 upon 5. Now another question. Whole power 3 upon 2, so I have to give this power to the each and every element, but now in the bracket there are some simplification can be happen. So first we need to simplify the inside the bracket, then we have to apply the power. Previously there is no simplification can be happen, so I just apply the power. Now what simplification we can do in this part? Now listen to me carefully. You can see that this a will be cancelled out with this, so the question will become a square divided by 4 whole power 3 upon 2. Or we know the rule, if you don't understand how I cancel out, we know the rule that when the bases are same and they are dividing, so their power will be subtract. There is no power on it, this means this one, so it will become a 3 minus 1, so it will become a square. That's what I write, a square. Okay, so a square upon 4 whole power 3 upon 2. Now I will apply the power 3 upon 2. So a raised to the power 2 will get 3 upon 2, and 4 will also get 3 upon 2. Now this will be cancelled out, so I will remain with a raised to the power 3. In denominator, you can see in denominator I have the power denominator, you see we have a 2. So what I will do, I will break this into 2 square. So this square will be cancelled out. So a cube divided by 2 cube. 2 cube is equal to 8. So a cube divided by 8 will be the final answer. Okay, so I hope everything is clear in this part. Okay, now this part. 4 square is 16, so I will write 16. Exactly the simple thing. But when I remove the root, I will get 1 upon 3 because the index is 3. 16 and 3 cube is 27. We have done this previously as well. 3 will be cancelled out. So 16 plus 3, the final answer will be 19. Okay, I have everything clear in this question. Now next part. Part number B, evaluate 5 raised to the power negative 1 multiplied by 5 raised to the power 3. Power is negative, so first I need to make a power positive, so I have to reciprocate it. It will become 1 upon 5 multiplied by 5 raised to the power 3. So 5 raised to the power 3 multiplied by 1 will become 5 raised to the power 3 divided by 5. As you see, bases are same, so power will be subtract 3 minus 1. So it will become 5 square. 5 square is 25. So the final answer is 25. Okay, again the same type of question that we did in the starting with the past paper question. So this question is homework for you. If you can't solve this question, just comment me. I will share the solution with you, but first try by yourself. Okay, now moving towards the next. Now the question, very simple question. 4 4 4 4 as a power of 4, so we have to write this number as a power of 4. How many 4 we have? 5. So I will write 4 raised to the power 5. That's it. That's a simple answer. Now again the same question. This is homework for you. This question is also homework for you. That's a very simple question. So again you can see power to power, what we have to do, we have to multiply. Rule say, so x power 2 multiplied by 3, so x raised to the power 6 will be the final answer. Now the next part we need to find the value of t, and you can see that t raised to the power negative 2 is equal to 9. So first I need to make a t positive, so I have to reciprocal it. So I reciprocal it. Now I need to find out the value of t, and t is written in the denominator. Remember that if you are finding the value of any variable, so it must be written in the numerator. So I have to move this t to this side and 9 to this side. So this will become 1 upon 9 is equal to t square. Now we got the value of t square, that is 1 upon 9, but we need to find out the value of t, not t square. So how to remove the square? There is only one way to remove the square, to apply square root, because this is square, so I will apply square root on both sides. So square and square root always cancel out, it will become t. One root is always 1, and I will write root 9 here. So now listen to me carefully. That's a very basic step. You must know about this thing, that when I remove the root, it will give me 1 upon 2, and I know that 3 square is 9, so this will be cancelled out. So the value of t will be 1 upon 3. So I hope everything is clear in this question. Just do practice as much as possible. You will get the link in the description of this file as well. Now moving towards the next. Okay, now 7 raised to the power negative 3 divided by 7 raised to the power negative 4. Both have a negative power. Okay, so what I will do, I will try to make the power positive, or I can do straight away what I will do, I will apply the rule of indices. What is rule of indices? When the same basis value are dividing, their power will be subtract. So their power will be subtract. So 7 raised to the power negative 3 minus, and the next value we have again negative 4, so I will write negative 4. This negative representing the rule of indices. When same basis number are dividing, the power will be subtract. Okay, so now the answer will become 7 minus 3. This minus minus will become plus 4. So now 7 raised to the power will be the final answer. Minus 3 plus 4 will be 1. So this will be the final answer. I hope everything is clear in this question. Now next part, find the value of k. So now these two power are multiplying, so I will write 3 raised to the power 6k is equal to 3 square. As I told you in the starting that there is a rule, when the bases are same and there is a equal to sign between them, their bases will be cancelled out and power will become the base. Now 6 will goes to other side and divide. So 2 1s are 2 3s are, so the value of k will be 1 upon 3. This will be the final answer first. Okay, I hope there is no confusion in this question. Now Okay, so the question says that give your answer in the form of 2 power a multiplied by 3 power b multiplied by 5 power c. So this question is homework, little bit, and I cannot say it's a tricky question. Just you need to know the basic concept of rules of indices, so you can try this question. I hope you will get the correct answer of that question. Now this is a little bit tricky question. Now we need to simplify this, and then we to apply the power. If there is simplification can be happen inside the bracket, then we have to simplify. You can see there is a root 9, so I know that when I remove the root it will give me 1 upon 2, and when I remove the root it will give me 1 upon 3, because it's a cube root. There's 3 written on the index, and I have whole power 2. Now 9 is basically a square of 3, so I will write 3 square 1 upon 2, and 64, because the denominator is 3 in the power, so 64 basically a cube of 4, so I will write 4 cube. So 2 will be cancelled out, 3 will be cancelled out, so we will remain with 3 multiplied by 4 whole square. 3 4s are 12, and 12 square is equal to 144. So this will be our final answer. So I hope everything is clear in this part. Again, I'm telling you, if you have any confusion, you can ask me on a comment, or you can mail me. You will get my Gmail address in the description as well. Now, if we're at 4 raised to power 0, as I told you, if any number or any variable have a power 0, it will be equal to 1. So this answer will be 1. That's it. Now, again, simplification, m multiplied by 3, m power 3 multiplied m power 5, both have the same basis, so power will be add on. So m raised to power 8 will be the final answer. Now these two parts are homework for you. Try to solve this question. Okay, now again we have to solve. This means we have to find the value of the variable that is in the question, that is k. Now we have a rule. I told you that we have a rule that if both bases are same, then the bases will be cancelled out and power will become the base. So right now I have to find the value of k, and k is written on the power of 27. So always remember, we have to find the value of k, and k we must make k as a base. So I have to make both sides same. So 27, basically I can break 27 as a 3 cube, because 3 cube is equal to 27, and I can break 9 as a 3 square. So we know that these two power will be multiply, so this will become 3 raised to power 3k is equal to 3 square. Now you can see that both have same basis. Bases will be cancelled out and power will become base. So 3k is equal to 2. So 3 will go to the other side and divide. So 2 upon 3 will be the value of k, and your answer. Now moving towards the next question. The power is negative, so we have to reciprocal it. So when we reciprocal 16 upon x8, so it will become x8 divided by 16. Now the power will become positive. Now there is no simplification can be happen inside the bracket, so we have to apply the power. X raised to the power 8, 1 upon 4, and 16 raised to the power 1 upon 4. So we can cancel out 4 1s are 4 2s are, so in numerator we will get x square. In denominator we know that 2 raised to the power 4 is 16. 4 will be cancelled out, so the final answer will be x square upon 2 is the final answer. So I hope everything is clear in this part as well. Now again we have to find the value of k, that is written on the power, so we have to make power as a base. So these two power are multiplying, so it will become y is equal to minus 2k, and y is equal to power 5. Now both the bases are same, so bases will be cancelled out and the power will become the base. Negative 2 will goes to other side and divide, because negative 2 is multiplying, so it will goes to other side, it will divide, so it will remain negative 2. It will the sign will not change. When any number is subtracting or adding and we move that number to other side, then their sign will change. But right now negative 2 is multiplying, So if we can move negative 2 to the other side, it will divide, so it will remain negative 2, not sign will not change. Okay, now this question is homework for you. Try to solve this question. Now we have to solve these two parts in this. So first we have a question. So how to solve this question? So how many zeros we have? Now listen to me carefully how to solve this question. So we have 1 2 3 4 zeros here. Okay, listen to me very carefully. And this is a square root. First thing you have to know, this is a square root. So 16 is basically a square of 4. So I will write 4. Okay, now we have 4 zeros. So this is basically a square root. So I will cancel out 2 zeros. So how many zeros will left? I have 4 zeros right now. Okay, in the square root, and it's a square root, that's why I will cancel 2 zeros. So I will left with 2 zeros. So I will write 2 0 here. So the final answer will be 400. So I hope everything is clear in this part. Now the next part is, again the power is negative, so I have to reciprocal it. It will become 1 upon 3. Now we need to take LCM. There is no number, so I will write 1 here. So cross multiply, 3 1s are 3, 1 1s are 1, and in denominator 3 1s are 3. So this will be the 2 upon 3 will be the final answer. Homework for you. And now I will try this one for you. Now division sign we have done in the previous lecture of fraction and decimal, that if we convert divide into multiply, then what will happen? The value will be reciprocate. Okay, but right now we will apply the indices rule, then we will reciprocate. What is indices rule? You can see that both same variable are dividing with each other. So this will become t3 minus 2. So power will be subtracted. Okay, so we will get t. So we have got the t. Now we need to solve this. So when I convert this divide into multiply sign, this 2 upon 3 will become 3 upon 2. Now cancel out, 2 1s are 2 3s are. So 3 and 3 will be multiplied. So 9t will be the final answer. Again same question, we have done this question, so this is homework for you. Try to solve because it's important to do practice. And that's it for today. I hope everything is clear for you. If there is still you have any confusion in indices, so you can just comment me, or you can, and if you face any difficulty in any question, so you can just mail me the question as well. So that's it for today. I hope everything is clear. Inshallah in the next class we will start the new topic.